Mr. Traveler here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would do us a great big favor, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you find this content helpful. Hit that notification bell so you know when we upload videos or go live. Thank you so much for your love and support. Anyway, guys, today I want to bring you a video and discuss loyalty status matching. This is a program where, cruise lines are looking to lure in potential customers by doing loyalty status. But we're going to talk about loyalty status between sister brands and between competitive brands to give you an idea of what you can do to get the biggest bang for your buck on your next cruise. So let's start off with the biggest cruise line, which would be Carnival Cruise Corporation. Now, unfortunately, they have zero status match, which I do think may be an area of opportunity for Carnival Cruise Line. Comment below and let me know what you think down below. And I'll tell you what I mean, because a lot of times newer families will tend to gravitate towards Carnival as their first cruise or the cruise while they're, newer families, particularly because they're affordable, and it's a lot of fun for, the kids and the adults and everything. So it's a good option for young families. Now, as those families, mature and start earning more money in the house and things like that, they may want to bump up and do something a little bit different, a Royal Caribbean, a Princess, or something like that, for a different experience. So, I think this is an area of opportunity because I have a very high status with Carnival, and it would have really been, I think I would have tried Princess Cruise Lines a lot sooner than I did if they had some kind of status match involved with those two cruise lines, but they don't. So I think this is a huge area of opportunity because personally what we see as travel agents, a lot of time we'll see a lot of people that will graduate from Carnival into Royal Caribbean. And Princess, I would say, is pretty much on par with Royal Caribbean as far as the feel of the ships, right? I think Royal Caribbean has some bigger, badder ships, right, with the technology and things like that. But as far as if you're looking to go for a more elevated experience, if they had the status match, they may pick up more customers on Princess if they did that within the sister brand. So, and then, same thing if people are looking to go overseas in the Mediterranean, if they had it with Costa or one of the other cruise lines, that may be another opportunity that they're missing out on there as well. So something to consider, Carnival Cruise Lines, you may want to consider status match. All right, so now let's move on to Royal Caribbean Corporation. So Royal Caribbean Corporation does have status match within their sister brands. So what does that mean? That means if you're Diamond with Royal Caribbean, they will match the applicable status with either Celebrity or Asmara, and you'll receive the benefits of that level within that status program. Now the catch is, let's say you're Diamond with Royal Caribbean, you go on a Celebrity cruise, you get that status with Celebrity and you do that cruise on Celebrity does not count for adding to your cruise points for your Crown and Anchor on Royal Caribbean. It will count towards building up your status match, your status level on Celebrity, but it won't go over to Royal Caribbean. I hope that makes sense. So you can enjoy the level there and build up your level within Celebrity or Asmara, but it does not affect your level in Royal Caribbean. Only if you cruise Royal Caribbean will your Crown and Anchor go up. So make sure you keep that in mind. But I think that that's a great opportunity right there because we have sailed on Royal Caribbean and we have a pretty high status on Royal Caribbean, and we've taken that status with us onto Celebrity and enjoyed the perks on there. So I think that it's really cool. And, as a bonus note, kind of the sweet spot to get to on Royal Caribbean is the Diamond level, where you can start getting 4 free drinks a day. And since COVID time, it used to be you had to get those drinks in the lounge, in the Diamond Lounge. But now since COVID, they have extended that so you can get your drinks at any one of the bars. So it's really cool. If you don't really drink that much, it's actually, you don't even need a drink package if you're just, for us, we don't drink at all. So, but I don't have to worry about getting the soda package or anything like that. Because I get 4 and Mrs. Traveler gets 4. So, we have our sodas or a juice or whatever the case may be. and we get 4 of those every day on our cruise. So it's really cool, and I really appreciate that benefit that we get from Royal Caribbean. So keep that in mind, that you can status match between the sister brands on Royal Caribbean. Norwegian Cruise Line unfortunately has no status match with any other cruise lines. So that may be an opportunity for them as well. I think that's really a golden opportunity for Norwegian, because lately we've been seeing that the price point for Norwegian has been a little bit higher than any other cruise lines. So if they want to draw a little bit more competition, this may be an opportunity for them to do a status match. Newer to the game is Virgin Voyages. Now, for a limited time, and I don't know how long this is going to last, but for a limited time, Virgin Voyages is doing status matches from other cruise lines. So Virgin is status matching other major cruise lines. So make sure you fill out the form on Virgin Voyages and see, make sure that your loyalty status is matched on there, and see where it puts you in Virgin Voyages. They also just had, for a limited time, so maybe they'll bring it back in the future, but they did status match airline and hotel reward programs as well, which is pretty interesting. So potentially they may bring that back, but right now they are status matching other cruise lines. And what's really cool is the highest level of Virgin Voyage, kind of like Royal Caribbean does have. They have a, Virgin Voyages has a $100 bar tab for you to use if you get to that highest level of status with Virgin Voyages. So that's a nice plus, I think, to go along with your wonderful cruise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I saved the very best one for last because I think it's really, really cool. To me, the best status match program, and they've been doing it for a long time because they've been trying to break into the market, is going to be MSC. If you have an MSC cruise booked, you definitely want to take advantage of the status match. Figure out which one of your cruise lines you have the biggest status with, and do your status match form with them. So let me give you a little example. So at the time, we were platinum with Carnival. We did our status match with MSC. And I think we've done maybe about 8 or so MSC cruises since then, maybe 7 or 8 MSC cruises since then. Well, the last cruise that we went on, we actually made it to their highest level of cruising. And let me say about that level there, which is the diamond level. And I'll tell you why it's really cool, because you get a specialty dining for 2 with that level of membership per cruise. So if you're diamond and the other person in the cabin with you is not, doesn't matter. The perk is for you and the guest. And yes, we used it on the steakhouse. So it was very good. It was delicious. I had a wonderful, delicious steak, all the accompaniments. We added a couple extras on there, but our bill at the end of the dinner was like 15 bucks. So really good benefit. Now, if there's 2 of you and you're both diamond, like Mrs. Traveler and myself are, you can only use the benefit once per cabin. So keep that in mind. But they have a wonderful status match program. Highly suggest it. Make sure you picked out the highest cruise, whatever cruise line you have the highest status with, and do the match with them. To me, it's really not a lot of perks with the other levels up until you get to the diamond, but you do get some free gifts and things like that with the other levels of membership. But it's nice to bump up to there. And I'm telling you all, MSC is doing a wonderful job with the U.S. market, and with the new America ship coming up, the World America ship coming up is going to be wonderful. They're really doing a great job of pushing into the United States market, and I think it's only going to get better. We've watched it progressively get better. We're like one of the first bloggers going way back with MSC to really push them, and I've been telling you guys for a long time that they're going to be an up and coming cruise line, and they've been doing a phenomenal job. So I highly recommend it, and definitely getting your status match. Now, with any of these status matches that we talked about today, I highly recommend that you apply for the status match at minimum before the final pay date. They say they could process it much sooner than that, but I would do it at least before final pay, and then you can keep an eye on it to make sure that the status match has occurred. And if you don't see it before you cruise, I would check it like maybe a month before you cruise. And if you don't see it yet, give them a call and say, hey, what's going on with my status match? You want to make sure that they do it. You got to stay on top of their head sometimes to make sure they do it, and make sure you're earning all the perks that you absolutely can. So anyway, Really great perks from Royal Caribbean and from Virgin and from MSC. Norwegian, Carnival, I think you got some work to do in this area right here, and it's a good growth opportunity, I think, for your companies, and a good opportunity for us travelers to get more rewards for our hard-earned money that we're spending on these trips. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and if we can help you book that dream vacation and make wonderful memories, make sure you give us a call, 877-697-4470. Or you can book right online, www.mr-traveler.com. We thank you so much for watching today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have an amazing week. And remember, life's short. Have fun. Get out there and see the world. Bye, guys.